Good evening, everyone. Good evening in Melbourne, Australia. Afternoon, UK, Europe.
Everyone.
Hang on. I got to do this muting shit. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've got a lot. Actually, I want to change this. I don't like that. Let's make it. That's better. Yeah, guys, I've got a lot to talk about. It's been a bloody busy day, and yesterday there's something I really want to get into. Something happened to me. I've got a story to tell. As you know, if you don't know, good old Google and YouTube like stuffing around with us. As of the 13th of August, when you subscribe to someone and you click on the little bell to get notified by email, it don't work anymore. There's no more email notifications. They come up with this bullshit crap that people complain that it was filling their inbox up. I mean, how pathetic is that? How pathetic is that? No, they just don't want any, the word to spread around or whatever. They just keep stuffing us around. So when it comes to this show, you guys must have known it was going to be on because you wouldn't have got a notification. And this has been happening to me, in the last, weeks, months. Some people get notified, some don't. But now it's full stop completely. And all you Aussies out there, when you go on YouTube now, you see some bullshit about Australia and some changes being made. It's all going to be more censorship. Good old Australia. It always starts there. Anyway, yeah, Mickey, mate, if you want to hop on, mate, or anyone else there. It's good to see. We've got a few people, actually. Goody Gumdrops, do you want to come on, mate? You've got the Goody Gumdrops. Just came on today. I think he's somewhere in the Netherlands, if he wants to come on. All right, look, without further ado, or whatever, welcome the regular Robbie Trefsa. Trefka? I get it right, Trefka.
Yeah, Trefsir.
Trefsir. Sir, I remember that, sir. So, Robbie, you've been working on some artwork there. Give us a look, mate.
Okay. Let's get the light. Oh man, I've been up too long. It's too late.
What's it say?
I was a COVID-19 zombie.
And who are the people there? Give us a better look. You got two people with masks.
Let's see.
Okay, read out some of the writing there. We can't see it too clearly.
It says it's happening right now in your town, in your school, in your class, and in your brain.
Okay, and what about that?
Brain. Okay, back to the show. Thanks, PK.
Read what it says on the bottom.
Oh, no, the bottom doesn't really have anything to do with it. It's just an old poster. I just put that on there.
All right, so Robbie's going to walk around the shopping centre with that tomorrow and film it and upload it on his channel.
Okay, I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll post it somewhere.
Okay, that'll be good. Have you put up any more videos since the?
No, I'm lagging. Sorry, I've been busy.
You've been busy. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get on it. I gotta get on it. My buddy's supposed to be giving me his GoPro. I know I could use my phone, but long days around here.
Well, tell me about it, mate. I need a GoPro myself because the 20 minutes on my little phone is just nothing.
I'm going down to Los Angeles in 2 weeks, so I'm going to do some shooting down there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll wait for. Hang on. Is anyone here? Like I say, I've got a lot to talk about. But this isn't about me talking. I really want other people to talk, but I'll give it a few minutes. It's been, like I said, very hectic today, as you all know. There's been a big announcement by a Prime Minister, but then there's been a big change of heart, if you're not aware of it. Scummo, our Prime Minister, the guy that a few years ago under Malcolm Turnbull's Prime Ministership was behind the no jab, no play vaccination rule here. If your kids weren't vaccinated, the mothers wouldn't get the $2,500 subsidy. So he's pretty much into the vaccination side of things, just like that, Mr. Andrews, going back 10 years, he was into it as well. So they've got all the vaccine experts running the show here. But Scummo last night announced that vaccines will be available at the end of the year from Oxford University in the UK, even though we've got 3 universities here supposedly testing it. So that doesn't make sense for starters. But as we found out, guess who's donating $750 million to Oxford University? I don't have to give you one guess. His initials are BG. So maybe that's why Scummo has chosen that. But if you're not unaware, only a few hours ago, Scummo has backed down. Scummo has backed down and said the vaccines aren't mandatory. And that's probably the greatest news that I've heard in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Will he go back on his word? Well, if he does, well, he's a dead duck. So, and not only that, if you're aware in Australia, Pauline Hanson, one of the outspoken independents, has just made a video. I haven't had time to load. She clearly says that she will not support the mandatory vaccines, and she won't be taking it over a dead body. So there is some fantastic news there. You know, people who are worried about, the vaccine, they're going to force it on me. I can't work. I can't go anywhere. I can't, whatever. Use money. Can't travel anymore. So, yeah, it's not going to be mandatory. They're hoping, it initially said 60% of people, but then another article said he's hoping for 95% of people. But I'm going to show you something that's going to, it brings heart. It brings heart to what's happening. There's a few things I want to show. I'm one that's sort of, I admit it, I gave up hope a while ago, even though I'm trying my guts out to sort of spread the word, either making videos or riding my bike around. But today has given me hope, renewed hope that people aren't as brain dead as we thought, even though they're wearing the masks. I got a huge feeling, even if riding my bike around, most of the people are telling me, virtually, I'd say 80 to 90%, or even 90%, they're afraid of the $200 fine. And I got a good feeling that most of them are aware there's something wrong. Great, terrible teams. So I'm going to show you something. If you haven't seen it, the videos I just made in the last couple of hours. Let me work this out. The good old screen share. Oh, we got someone. Hang on. Hello, Gumdrops.
Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm okay, man. How are you?
Yeah, can't complain. It's all good news today. Oh, the last few hours
You can't
anyway.
complain. You're in this hellhole.
Yeah, it is a hellhole, shithole. But we're gonna revive this hellhole, and it's gonna soon be the greatest city in the world again. But give us a chance. So, Gumdrops, just quickly, I was going to get on to something. You're in the Netherlands, are you?
Yes.
Okay, and you've got a few stories to tell?
Um, since March, the place where I live, I'm the building where the people go to when they die. You know, when they only have like 1 or 2, maybe 4 weeks to live. I don't know. I forgot the English name for that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, palliative care.
Yes, exactly. That place has been cleared and has been empty since March. You
Wow.
know, and that's how scary the virus is. It's so scary. The people don't even are allowed to die. You know, it's it's really it's something.
Okay, look, I haven't heard much about Netherlands or spoken to anyone from there. Just give us a quick rundown what's happened since, even from the start, March. What's your government done, as far as lockdowns, masks, what have you?
We had a self-inflicted lockdown. Yes, I'm sorry to say so. Since January, of course, the news, the YouTubes came in from China. Everybody got scared. In March, all of a sudden, we had some sort of a situation in Europe, so also in the Netherlands. We locked ourselves down. Children were not allowed to go to school. I home taught my children while doing my own job. Uh, yeah, that
That must
continued until around somewhere in June. June, I think it was, when the children were allowed to go to school again. But soon holidays entered, and so now we're in holidays. Things have become less strict, though. We have all these weird signs in the shopping centers, like you have in Australia or England or wherever you are. Um,
Have you had
which has
lockdown? Have you been in a lockdown?
say again?
Are you locked down where you're only allowed
Yes,
out,
we did have.
but
We
not
did
now?
have. I work in healthcare, and I was told by my manager to stop visiting people. I work in mental health care. I talked to my manager on the phone at a certain point in March, and she was asking, "What? Are you still visiting people?" Yes. No, go home. And I was like, okay. And a few days after, I went into the shopping center, and that was a little bit of the turning point for me, because then I saw all these little weird signs on the floor: how to walk, what to do, how to behave. Hey, man. And then I woke up a little bit. I had myself. This is not the society I want to live for. So,
What
but
about people around you? Can you talk to them? What's the feeling then?
right now it is okay, a little bit okay. We can go out. We're no mask obligation here, except for the public transport. We can go out, do the shopping, do our normal things, but everybody is looking at September, and when September is when autumn starts here, so everybody gets a runny nose. When you get a runny nose, then you've got symptoms, and then you're supposed to stay at home. So that's a little bit of the scaremongering here coming. You can feel it coming.
Okay. Are you near Amsterdam, are you?
No, I'm closer to Rotterdam. Rotterdam.
Not quite sure where that is. I've been to Amsterdam.
Oh,
Very,
for you.
very, oh no, it's a very interesting city. It's got everything. It's got water. It's got a lot of windmills. I gather those windmills. You don't need more windmills for what do you call them? Renewable energy. You've got them there already. Anyway,
No.
so what? You're not working today. You got your children there.
No, this is my last week of my summer vacation, so I'm not working today. No, no. Next week I will be working again, but I don't know how that will be, since we got some new restrictions coming this week. Don't know what they're going to be like.
But
Yeah.
they talked about a second wave.
Well, there wasn't the first wave anyway.
Well, yeah, I know that, but
You know, I agree. I agree with you on all your videos. There wasn't the first wave to begin with. I mean, what is it? Where are the Koch postulates? Where's the isolation
I
of the
know.
virus? Where is it?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
stop
our
fucking
governments don't want
around.
to tell us about that. Why don't our governments come straight out and say that? Because they know people will wake up within a heartbeat, won't they?
Well, it seems to have become an industry of its own. I'm afraid. Well,
You're cutting out a little there.
can you do maybe can you do maybe a one-on-one with I don't know if you like him or hate him, but with Max Eigen from Australia, because I like his videos a lot.
Oh, I noticed you actually donate to him too. I was going to mention that. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You actually,
I'm sorry then.
You're a patron to Max Egan as well, yeah?
You and Max, yes.
Can you hear me?
Only you. Yeah.
So you obviously don't know the what I call it, the history between me and Mr. Egan.
No, I don't know that.
Well, I'll just tell you quickly because it gets a bit long-winded, but I idolized him, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and I managed to get him on Skype, and we were good friends. We talked all the time, and I used to get all his videos and put them on DVD. I used to have 6 of his 1-hour shows on the DVD. I had about 20 of them. That's how many he made. I never watched any, by the way, but as the years went on, I started getting funny feelings about him. And cut it short, when it came to the Las Vegas shooting, you aware of the Las Vegas shooting?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't happen, and he claims that it was real, and that was the first start where I started to sense things. But the big one was Christchurch in New Zealand.
Yeah.
What's that, 16, 18 months ago?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen my 12-hour video, I'll send it to you through Patreon. It's on archive.org. I spent two months working on it, and as far as fake events go, that was probably the fakest in history. It never happened, but Max Egan all of a sudden became an expert on deciphering shooting events frame by frame. He's gone from just being, never worried about hoax events or shooting events or any events like that, but all of a sudden he concentrated big time on this, and he made out it was real. And from that, goodbye. No interest in him. Then he started to attack me, spreading rumours that I'm a policeman, that I'm a shill.
Yeah.
Going all interviews everywhere. He wouldn't interview me. Everyone asked him to interview me. He just kept making excuses that I would just insult him and rubbish like that.
Well, that's kind of weird. That's weird because he is asking, like even the flat earthers, to join the discussion and to join arms, and now he is excluding you.
He's not excluding me. I excluded him. I got rid of him, and I tried to warn all his followers to get away from him. Obviously, he had 200,000 subscribers, and I had, a few thousand. So, I obviously got attacked, but I stand by my ground, and I had people that supported me. Not that I needed it, but 100% the guys at disinformation agent, whatever you want to call him. He's never worked. He lives off that donations. He's a con man. He knows how to talk. He's got other people working for him to make videos for him. He's a smart man. He travels around the world on people's money. He begs that he's what do you call it? You know, poor, whatever, destitute. He's a con man. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. If you want to continue, by all means. I don't want to, you know, sway you off anyone.
No,
it's your decision.
PK, I will contact you in private on this matter, if you don't mind.
All right, we'll do that. Okay, we wasted 3-4 minutes there, but anyway, can you just let me go to what I was going to show, guys?
Yeah,
I want to just get. I talked about how Morrison, he's changed his mind after a few hours, and I'll tell you why. Maybe I just got to share this screen. We've got to get this right. Where are we?
I'm going to put my phone on the side. I just don't like to be in the middle of the...
All right, just put on mute, yeah. Well, if you see that, that's where he says he backs down. This has only just come out. But that's not what I wanted to show you because... bear with me, guys. This is a pain in the bum. Check this. All right, we see that? All right. Coronavirus vaccine, anti-vaxxer fury over Australian government deal. I find that surprising that a mainstream channel, one of the biggest ones, news.com, are actually, mentioning fury over Australian government deal. This was sometime this afternoon. But in this article, when I get it, if you scroll down, they've got a bit of a survey. And actually, I'll just see if I've refreshed this. Maybe it changes. Hang on. All right. Oh, yeah, it has changed. The first question is, would you...
Okay, so 168 candidate vaccine.
Shut up. We've got this question. Would you take a COVID-19 vaccine? Okay. When I watched this
No.
4 hours... Yeah, yeah, that's the video, mate. Go, no. When I watched this 4 hours ago, the figures here were 53. That's right, 53 to 47 on the no side. So it was slightly more no. So this has gradually gone up to from 53 to 63 in the last 4 hours. But apparently, I think George, where is it? Hang on. So George, can you tell me when you first saw this? Apparently, you noticed it before. What were the figures? I'll wait for a second. It's not very quick, St. George. I'll give you a few seconds. Otherwise, I think you told me it was like 70-30 favouring the yes. Have I got that right, George? Hurry up, George. Simple question. All right, bugger him. I'll go back to it. Yeah, it was 70-30. And you'd assume that's what it'd be on a mainstream, side. And we're assuming that the population, I mean, they were wearing masks the day before, like 90% before it was mandatory. So, you got to assume that the mass of people aren't very smart right now. But that was a shock. If it's 70-30, it's gone to 37-63, which is absolutely fantastic. And we're not talking only a few hundred voters. When I saw it 4 hours ago, it was 37,000. Now it's 61,000. So if you look at that, 63%, of 61,000. Who knows the maths? That's about 43,000 people. 43,000 people already have said that they're not going to take the vaccine out of just 61,000. So that's a fantastic sign. But there's another one underneath. Should the vaccine be mandatory? So what I said in my video, people might want to take the vaccine, but they mightn't think it's mandatory. So obviously, hang on. Gumdrops, can you mute your mic, please?
Yes.
Because I'm getting a bit of feedback. Thank you. Good on you. So, you'd expect this to be a little bit lower. But funny enough, go back, it's not much lower. When I saw it was 60-40. 60-40. So that's gone up 6%, whereas this one's gone up 10%. So they're virtually evening themselves out. But that is a huge win. 55,000, a few less votes, probably because people only go to here and don't even realise there's another survey. So that has brought sort of confidence, should bring everyone more hope that it's not over. It's not over. But I've got a question. I've written this down. If Morrison has stated now that it's not going to be mandatory, does that mean that they'll release a real virus to say, hey, we told you should have taken the vaccine, and sorry, the virus is here, and so people are going to drop dead because they haven't taken the vaccine, which may be protect from this virus that they're going to release. I don't know. That might just be a negative thought, but who knows? And they can still not allow us to go shopping, and still, all right, we're not going to force you to have the vaccine, but shit, sorry, you ain't going to fly anymore. You're not going to get any pension. You're not going to get any new start allowance, whatever. You can guarantee that's going to happen. They're not just going to make it easy. But I guarantee what the big one will be. I just lost my train of thought. The big one. Shit, what was I going to say? Say something, Rob. I lost my train of thought. I just had a mental lap.
Yeah, just getting the sun's about to come up around here in about an hour.
Oh, that's great news. I really want to know that. I'll tell you, it's as black as a dog's guts outside now. So, what did I say? They're still going to, give us a hard time. Don't worry about it. It'll come to me. So the other thing, guys, I might as well mention, here in Melbourne, the epicenter of all this shit, the guinea pig state, there's been a massive protest being planned. As you've seen overseas in Germany and places, people actually, getting out in numbers, and everyone's saying, oh, no, Aussies, you're weak as piss. And, but actually I'm going to show you something here, which will be a bit of a shock. A nice shock, actually. Where are you? There it is. Do we see that? Yep. What we got here is a Facebook 500 or 1 million to end the Victorian lockdown. So they want 1 million people. This is Melbourne. Melbourne's got a population of 5 million, 5.5 million, whatever. They want 1 million people to roll up at Parliament. And, I thought, no way, no. This has been going 24 hours. Check this out. There's a little thing here where you can click to say you're going or interested. 4.8 thousand going, 9.5K interested. That's 14.3 thousand people already in 24 hours. And I'm telling you that 5 hours ago, this was 3.7 and that was 7. That is fantastic. So we've got, this is September the 13th, by the way. September the 13th. So we've got 3 weeks and 3 days for people to, you know, say they're coming or going. And the thing about this, September the 13th, our stage 4 lockdown supposedly ends at midnight on that day. So by rights, anyone going there is going to be fined for being 5 kilometres out of the area or there for no reason apart from exercising or shopping. But the guy that's organising this is, if you go in here on his discussion, he actually had, oh, where is it? Shit. Don't know where it's gone. Don't tell me it's gone. Oh, hang on. Anyway, there was a policeman that called him. A policeman, a liaison police, whatever, asking him questions about the protest. And he's saying it's illegal and it's trying to convince him not to do it. And he says, why are you doing it on the last time, the lockdown? But the guy said, I'm not backing down. If I back down, all my supporters will tell me to get effed. So they're doing it because it's a Sunday. It's the 13th, even though people might get fined. But if you got a, he thinks 50,000 will be easy minimum. I reckon at least 100,000. And when you got 100,000 people, people are going to go because they know there's a big crowd and they're going to be right. But, you know, if you think there's only going to be 200, 300, people go, oh, no, I'm not going to that. I'm going to get fined, arrested. So the numbers are going to be there. The cops are probably going to join us. There's not going to be any arrests. They might try to start up a bit of violence, but I hope not. They're not going to do anything with hopefully 500,000, but even 50,000, 100,000. It's going to be massive, and I can't wait. So I made a video on that. Please share it, spread. Anyone in Melbourne, let's all roll up and don't be frightened. So there we go. And I still can't remember what I was going to say before, but anyway, I've said enough. And who wants to say something?
All right, how's it going?
How's it going, Rob?
Well, you know, it's pretty mellow around here. I can't really tell where any of this is going to go at this point. I really have I have absolutely no idea.
What I'm hearing, Rob, there's been a bit of a shift towards Donald Trump, and apparently now it looks like he's going to be the president.
They love him around here. His signs are up everywhere. Really?
Because I noticed in the betting market he's come in, even though the other idiot is still a pretty hot favourite. But, you know, there's talk about, everyone's backing him, and this, I don't know, what do you call it? They had some delegation of the Democrats, and Biden introduced his running partner, some woman.
Yeah, I remember her. She was the DA of San Francisco when I lived there.
Is it another idiot like that Sarah Palin? They seem to find idiots all the time.
Oh, it's scary. It scares me.
Oh, where's our friend gone?
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I live so far away from the action, even though I'm close to the Capitol, but I don't have a TV. I can't. I'm in some.
Hey, Rob, there's a burglar behind you.
Yeah, that's my.
I just noticed.
Yeah, he woke up.
It's not a burglar. It's a friend. Oh, hey, mate. What's your name?
Ivan.
Ivan, are you awake or you're a sheep?
I'm back to being awake. I made it back.
You're awake as in awake, but are you awake as in awake?
Well, you know, Bob does his best.
I don't think Rob would talk to you unless you were awake.
You know, I've got a good guide right here.
He's a good man. Can you hold up that sign for a second?
It's a great track. He did a really good job on it.
You're awake. You're awake. You're not the guy that was in the supermarket, are you?
No, that's not him.
No.
No. He's been really busy. He's got construction and.
All right, mate. Well, you better go back to bed. Didn't want to wake you up.
He's up. He's up now. We're staying up now.
Staying up.
Putting some good music together.
I was going to say, if you were here last week, you would have heard Robbie singing. Oh, just on that, guys, in the chat, if you don't know, last week we sort of went a little bit longer, and the lovely Ash, we started doing a few sing-alongs, and lo and behold, 2 songs that we sung, Billy Joel, Uptown Girl, and Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. They didn't like us doing that. They didn't like us, using their songs on YouTube. So the video was blocked worldwide in 97 countries. So there were 3 countries that were allowed to watch it. I don't know who they were, but I didn't realise I could actually go in there and trim it out. So I've trimmed it out. So if you've missed last week's show, a lot of people said it was the best show we've done. This is 11th show tonight. You can go in my channel and you can see it again. Minus 2 songs that we probably destroyed anyway. So anyway, no singing tonight, guys. I'm sorry because I've just got a late message from the lovely Ash, and I know Fred Smith's been probably asking where's Ash 100 times. She's busy studying, mate. So now everyone's going to run off and leave the show. I should have said that. It's 98 watching. I give it 5 minutes, it'll be probably 8 watching. Anyway, we're going to make some interesting. Let's back to Gumdrops. You can turn your mic on.
Yeah, but I've got children here, so you will hear a lot of Dutch talking and noise.
Well, they can say hello. That's all right. Hello, kids.
Hey, Twan, Kim says hello. No, shy.
It's the crazy tinfoil hatter in Australia, in Melbourne.
No, they're kids being kids. They are shy.
Yeah, we're called crazy because we wear tinfoil hats, but if you wear a mask, you're not crazy. I know what I'd rather be wearing, even though I don't have a tinfoil hat. But anyway, it's laughing.
To be serious about this, I'm waiting for the first emails from their school to come in, explaining how they will deal with this crisis and pandemic and so on. Last night I heard that middle school, like teenagers, they are supposed now to keep 1 meter distance. It's like robbing their future from them. It's robbing their social future. That's why I'm getting angry, and that's why I got rid of the Goody from my internet name. It doesn't feel so good anymore. I'm waiting for the email from their school to tell them how many times a week, a day, an hour they need to wash or sanitize their hands, whatsoever. Until now, I have to say the Dutch schools have been really human on this issue, and they refuse to even allow social distancing between the children. So I have to say that tops on them.
Hang on, Gumdrops. Before everyone starts leaving, there's a mass exit 5 to 11. I've got some very important stuff to talk about what happened to me at my place yesterday. So please hang on. Please come back, those 5 people, because this is pretty important what happened. A few people know about it, Mad Pieman, but don't mention anything. There's a couple, people, only a few people know what happened. And I gotta actually tell everyone what happened. So anyway, before I do, I'll get back to Gumdrops. And I made a video about Netherlands 3 months ago, I think, about the nursing homes where people weren't allowed to visit, and they were standing outside looking through windows. And I was just absolutely disgusted. But to my amazement, here, where I've exposed the nursing home here in my suburb, where I spoke to some nurses, they said exactly the same last week, where someone had a birthday and they couldn't come inside, they had to talk through the window. But since I've exposed that the nursing home, they've been all over the news, and I've tried to talk to people outside there. They've been all told to shut up. So they're obviously frightened that they've got the hint that someone's going around questioning me. So, yeah, I've done my job there. But anyway, I've got to stay away now in case they might get a bit nasty.
I can only speak about Holland, and in this part on my village, we have an elderly home here, and in March, April, there when they were all locked in, they had a fanfare out of the home, like a popular singer. They put banners outside, so all the old people could see the banners. And the banners were saying like something like "We love you, we don't forget you," blah blah blah. Horrible.
It is horrible. The old people, you know, they've lived to the 80s, 90s. They went through the wars. They went through the hard time. They raised their children. You know,
they built this bloody country. Yeah.
They're dying with no dignity. They're actually killing off these people. G'day, Mickey. How you going, mate?
Hi, Peekay. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, if you know, the Gumdrop's the new guy. Gumdrop's Mickey.
Hi, Gumdrops. Nice to meet you.
Right.
Mickey's our regular from, oh, God, where was it?
Birmingham.
Yeah, and you're at work now?
Yeah, just on a quick lunch break, so I thought I'd jump on and say hello.
Quick lunch break. What are you wearing? What's your top? It doesn't look like a...
Oh, it's just a T-shirt.
Okay. Wait, you changed through your lunch break?
Say again, mate?
Do you actually have to wear uniforms or, you know, robes?
Not at the moment. No, we don't have to wear uniforms. No.
Okay, before I give the big news what happened yesterday, tell us what's been going on there, mate. You changed your name to no mask mode.
Yeah. Get the message out there. Ditch the masks. Ditch them. It's fucking ridiculous. What's happening? Birmingham. The UK on about loads of local lockdowns because the cases are rising. No deaths, just cases. And Birmingham's, I think, going to be on the verge of a local lockdown. So that's what we've got to look forward to.
Answer this question, guys. Since when in the pandemic do you have to worry about cases?
When nobody dies anymore. When they can't show that anybody's dying.
Yeah.
You'd think there's in the pandemic there'd be so many deaths that that's the only thing you're going to worry about, and cases are just elementary. But
well, if this was a real disease and a real pandemic, you wouldn't need testing. You
exactly.
Could see everybody. You wouldn't need testing.
Since when in the pandemic you have to get tested to know you've got a virus?
Yeah.
And even about the testing, you really need to learn about the PCR. The PCR testing is like looking in a garbage field for a car, and then you find a steering wheel, and then you say, "Hey, I've got a car."
Yeah.
No, it is like that. So the problem is the politicians are making laws when they find a steering wheel, and they tell everybody they got a car, and it's so messed up. This whole thing is so messed up. From the bottom on, everything that's built on top of that, every law, every rationality, as they assume, is basically a fraud. I don't know how to say it otherwise.
You said it right.
No, it's bang on.
What's happening here in Melbourne, as you know, they've got this big second wave. cases went up to like 700. It goes up. There's no up, down, up, down. It goes up because they just fudge the figures because they use old age care homes. It's got to a point, we've got to bring it down now. And it's slowly coming down as well. It's gone from 700 to today was 212. Yesterday, 222. If you saw my video, by God, I didn't know it was 222. I just typed in Google. DuckDuckGo, 222 cases, and it come up with 222 cases that day. I nearly died, but anyway. So it's dropping down, but they increase the death numbers. You know, they compensate one for the other. But you can guarantee something's going to happen. It's going to, back up again because they're going to drag this on and on. But guess what? The excuse is for the cases dropping. We're not testing
but
enough.
These are not cases. These are positive test results. And what is the test? And
Well, that's what a case is. A case
should be
is
your question.
positive. So what he's saying is, not enough people testing. So it's all about testing. And I've got a video back tomorrow. Wait till you see this. What's happening in the testing? They're sticking this thing right up, and it's interfering with parts of the. I don't know what it is, but it's right near your brain, and it's whether they're getting your DNA or inserting something in there. It's not just a normal test sticking that up your nose that far. And so they are desperate to get testing, whether it's a preliminary for the vaccine, whatever, whether they get the DNA. They're actually paying people here now. It was 300 last week. They've upped it to 450. So all these idiots that didn't get tested before are all getting tested because they're getting a few $100s. So it's
There's a big advertising campaign in the UK to get people tested. I've seen no explanation as to why they need to stick it so far up your nose as well. If you have to wear a mask because you can cough it out, surely you should just be able to cough on something. And there's your sample. Why do they have to stick it so far up your nose?
Yeah, that makes sense. Just cough. Just cough. And
just cough on it. Otherwise, what's the point in the masks?
Yeah, because it's always been test, get tested, you know. And they don't test. They just get your sample and throw it away because they know it's going to be positive anyway. And they can't have everyone being positive. But anyway, guys.
I'm not a parent, but apparently I know a lot of parents that are saying that they're getting messages from the schools. Our schools are going to go back in September in the UK. And I'm hearing a lot of schools are going to be doing weekly tests on the kids. And a lot of parents are not happy about it. Weekly testing of the kids.
But
are you serious?
Are kids dying there?
No, nobody's dying. Nobody's dying. They're saying the cases are going up, but nobody's dying. Why isn't, if the cases are going up suddenly, why is nobody dying? They were dying in their thousands every day in the UK in April and May, supposedly, if you believe that. But now nobody's dying. So, you know, why?
Waiting
makes
for,
no sense. None of it makes any sense.
Yeah, they're going to wait for the the winter to come on. But here, of course, they've got us by the balls because if the cases come down like they are, you know what they're saying? It's because of the stage 4 lockdown. And if we didn't put you in the stage 4 lockdown, there'd be 100,000 cases every day, and people believe that. So you know they can say that. They're in a no lose situation.
Do you know any more about the Chinese flights that were coming in?
No, that's quite down. No, don't know what's happened there, but
I saw something on Facebook. I've been trying to keep an eye on the Melbourne thing. I saw something on Facebook where they showed that there was a lot of roadworks going on in Melbourne during the night time while you guys were on curfew. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, the main freeway that runs to the airport was closed 3 nights in a row. And there's no roadworks needed on that freeway, trust me. No roadworks.
What do you think was going on there? What do you think was going on there?
Yeah, well, like I said, the Chinese planes were coming in wee hours. I used to work at the airport, and there was no international flights between 1 o'clock till 5. But I know for a fact, a friend of mine knows an air traffic controller, and he spoke to him and said, yeah, because my mate Like, two people who said, no, there's no place. But when he spoke to the air traffic control, I said, yep, there's been this weird plane in the middle of the night. So he rang up to me and apologized to me. Said, I was 100% right. So that was good. What's all that noise? It's gone now. So how long you got, Mickey? Because I want to...
That's better.
I want to bring up something. How long you got?
I've got 10 minutes.
All right, I'll do it in 5. Any questions from the audience to these guys? For some reason, the chat in the room's frozen. Can you see the chat in the room?
Yeah.
Oh no, I fixed it up. I go to the other one. Oh man, can you see any questions?
No.
Scrolling. Jeez, I got a headache all of a sudden. Bloody hell.
Fred just keeps asking for Ash. That's about it, really.
I said that. I've already mentioned Fred. He's heartbroken.
I think I was a bit of disappointment to him when I popped up instead of Ash, but hey.
Yeah. Ash texted me.
Fred wants us to put an Ash mask on.
Yeah, with the teeth. I don't think I could fit that, but I spoke to her on the phone. No, she texted me 2 hours ago. Sorry, I can't come on. And I said to her, I better not tell anyone because half the chat will disappear if you hear that. But I gave it out about 10 minutes ago. We lost a few people. But she said, I said, look, half the people aren't going to come on if you don't come. So, no, it's your show. They only come on because you says, I got some bad news for you. I think half the people come on because they want to see you. Anyway, she adds a bit of different. Don't want all men on the bloody panel, do we? Don't know what's happened to Muhammad. Jeez, I hope he's all right. Anyone?
Whereabouts in the UK was he? Do you know?
Don't know. Who else was there? I'm trying to think. Alex came on last week. Yeah. Not sure who else we had. Oh, we had Hussein. Remember that night?
Oh yeah. He was in America, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't know. I don't know if he was on Earth. I think he was from another planet. No, Hussein. No, I'm only joking. It was a bit different, but anyway, we all can't be normal. I didn't mean it like that. You're a good man if you're still around. So, Rob, what are you doing?
We're just sitting over here.
What, Captain? You got San Francisco again. 2 weeks in a row. What's wrong?
That's where I'm from.
Did you say that NFL starts in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? That'll be interesting.
Starting. Unless there's another big event.
What's his name? Tom Brady tests positive. He's old enough. He's probably in a nursing home. He's still making millions at 41 or 42.
Yeah, he went to the same high school as my dad and my brother. Yeah.
So where's he gone?
Tampa Bay area.
Bucks. Wow.
Yeah, he's in Tampa.
What's the deal?
They look like they're contenders. No, they got a lot of other pieces.
Well, the Niners improved a bit last few years after being shocking for so many. Anyway, it's not about NFL. What have we got? Oh, shit, 87. I got to tell this story, guys. It's
go for it.
All right. I'm actually going to cut this portion out and put it on my other channel because it saves me making a talk on it. Are you ready, everyone in the chat? people are going to say this is bullshit, but I don't give a shit. I'm not making this up. You go and think, no. All right. What happened yesterday? I went for my bike ride, and I knew there's a house right at the end. It's sort of a strange sort of block house. Looks like it's got units, but apparently it's not. Apparently it is a house. And the guy's got a big red ensign flag, Australia, the original Australian flag, which isn't the blue. If you know the Australian flag, blue with the stars, the Southern Cross. This is red. And I've ridden past there a few times, and that's on the way to the nursing home. But I've never seen anyone out there. I said, I've got to talk to whoever lives there. So I went there, and the guy was there. He's got these cars, like you can't believe it, a boat and a caravan. He was on the boat with this little kid, obviously his son. And I asked him about the flag. And by God, I started talking, and he knew everything. I said, my God, I finally found someone I could talk to. I didn't have to tell him anything. So I spoke to him for like an hour. I actually filmed him. I said, I'm filming this. 20 minutes is okay, but I didn't use that because I'm going to interview him sometime soon. Cut it short. I went home because it was on my street. There was no point riding around. Camera was full. I went inside. I sat down at my desk like I'm doing here. And I didn't have a chance to actually, I didn't think about, taking the file out of my phone so I could film again. Anyway, 20 minutes later, there's a knock on my door. And I'm going, what's this? And the main door was open. I've got a screen door, which is locked, and I've got a main door, sort of a glass door, which was open. So I stood up, and like I said, I couldn't film this. And I looked, and there's a guy standing there. He didn't look like he was in a suit, like the homicide squad. He didn't look like a cop, dressed as a cop. He had a mask on. He had sort of more like normal clothes. He had a clipboard, and he had a thing, one of these things around your neck with an ID thing. And I went to the door thinking it was only him. But when I got to the door, there's another guy with him. Same, a big, solid guy. And I can't remember exactly what was said. I think he mentioned my name. I said, yeah, that's me. Like they didn't know that. I didn't actually ask them how they got my address. And they actually said, I think, that we're the police. I'm not sure 100%, but they said we're the police. And I'm thinking, oh, what the fuck? They've come here because of my, riding around my bike around the nursing home and questioning people. Fucking hell. And just trying to remember what I said. I wish I had to film this, but they said, can you open the door, please, the screen door? And I said, no, it's okay. I don't want to open it. I didn't want to sort of, get them too nasty. But after about 30 seconds, I did open it. They didn't jump on me. They didn't even come close to me. They were standing, that 3 social distancing. So what happened? What did they say? They said, do you know Brett Sutton? And if you don't know who Brett Sutton is, he's the health officer in Victoria that, that makes supposedly decisions. When we have Daniel Andrews every morning giving his bullshit, he's the guy that comes on and says his shit. He's grown a bit of a beard now. I don't know if you know, but people will know who he is. Anyway, I said, well, yeah. It says, well, we've been sent, I don't know what they said, email or notified. We've been told by YouTube, I'm not sure if it's YouTube Australia, but YouTube, we have had a report from them saying that you've threatened him. I'm thinking, what? And I vaguely remember a few days ago, I read an article and I see his face. I go, I say a few nasty things about him. And I do remember saying this, which is probably stupid. And people, if you hear me here, don't do what I did. I actually said, this guy will hang. And I said, and I wish I'm the one that puts a noose around him. So I'm not sure when I sort of asked again. I said, so where are you? Where you from? Thinking that they were cops from a cop station. And they showed me their identity. And guess what they said they were from? The counter-terrorism. They were from counter-terrorism, which were from the city. These two came all the way from the city. I'm about 23 k's out. In a little car, little private car together. And I said, wow, counter-terrorism. And they warned me that I shouldn't be saying things like that because, you know, they've come all this way. They actually came here to check who I was. I didn't actually ask them, how did you get my address and my name? Obviously, they know that. But I said, what, counter-terrorism? I mean, are you guys busy? I said, yeah, we're very busy. Really? I didn't want to be smart and say, well, you know, there's a few terrorists in Parliament House in Canberra. Yeah. But I didn't want to be too smart. And from then on, actually, it was good. I was surprised. I actually got talking. They asked me questions like, what do you do all day? I said, oh, well, you know, I love my music and I do get on the internet, as you probably know, and I make videos. And says, I think they questioned me, you know, what sort of videos? I said, well, you know, I like to show that things aren't what they seem. And then they asked me what job I did in my career, and I told them I was a computer programmer in the computers virtually all my career. And then they said, oh, what do you think about, you know, what's going on? Because I sort of mentioned. And I told them, bullshit. And I talked about whatever, can't remember, vaccines, whatever. Then I mentioned about China, because the big guy, he was Russian. He said he was Russian. And he said, wow, I hope you're not right, because I lived in Russia for 25 years under communism, and I don't want to go to there. I says, mate, I hate to tell you. Anyway, I didn't know where this was leading, but they warned me about 3 times, not to make threats. And what they did say, the video was removed. And I'm thinking, what? Which video was that? And I'll get to that in a second, but I'm thinking, what are they going to do? What are they going to issue me orders or what? They're not going to arrest me by the looks of things. But it went on. This conversation went for like 10 minutes, and finally they said, "Oh, we got to go to our next job." I said, oh, "All right, I actually said to him, I thanked him. You actually been pleasant to me, unlike the other time 3 years ago. Fucking hell." So yeah, there's a bit of a story. I mean, I wish I had filmed it. People are going to say, oh, yeah, he's bullshitting. I'm not fucking bullshitting anything, but I don't need to make up anything.
Do you think that, because you've been to the home, that aged care home quite a bit, obviously people are going to be talking in there about it. Do you think that's anything to do with it?
I'd probably say no. I didn't actually go into the aged care because it's closed. I rode my bike around. It's sort of like on a corner. I'd ride around. It'd be closed. But there's no visitors allowed in nursing homes. And I only spoke to people that were finishing their shift and, walking down the street, or these 2 girls getting on the motorbike, and one guy that was on the side emptying the rubbish, and there was a woman coming there starting a shift at kitchen hand. That's about all. But I don't know if I told an experience 2 Sundays ago where I was talking to the 2 girls on the bikes, and that woman, did I tell you this last week? The woman come out, must have heard me talking. She had a mask on, and she's about 10 metres away, and she pointed to me and said, "Why aren't you wearing a mask?" I said, "What? Who are you?" And she said, "I'm here to protect my residents and my staff." So she told the girls, "Come on, get away." And you know what I said? I said, "Listen, if you're worried about me wearing a mask to protect your health, how about I went to your place and turned your TV off to protect your brain?" And she didn't like that, so she walked away. Then I yelled out, 144 cases, bullshit. Then I yelled at 25,000 for each COVID death. Yeah, we know who's making the money. So next day, the reporters were there on 6 o'clock news, would you believe, standing outside telling their bullshit story live on Fox News, that the reason there's all these cases is because they weren't wearing masks until the first death. Bullshit, bullshit. Next day, there's another story all over Daily Mail that a woman working there, 30-year-old, contracted COVID and she's in a serious condition in hospital. Bullshit. So anyway, I haven't been there. But anyway, so I don't really think that was that.
No, okay.
But get this, I'm talking to Robbo Max last night, telling him the story. I think, they told me they removed the video. I've got no idea. I looked in my emails, it's not many being removed lately. I look for the words, video removed, and I click, no, it's not that. Video removed, no. Oh my God, now I know what it was. Because 5 days ago, I put this video up. I called it Melbournians, it ain't going to get better. And all I did was read this article, and that's where Sutton's photo appeared 2 minutes 40 in. And I gave it to him. God, did I give it to him? But a day later, I got an email from YouTube, not your video removed. I actually got a strike.
Yeah.
I'll read it out. I'll read it out just while quickly here. Sorry. Here we are. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our harassment, threats, and cyberbullying policy. We've removed the following content from YouTube. Melbourne, it's not getting any better. But what YouTube do now, for the kindness of their heart, if you get that, it's only a warning. It's the first warning, which I never used to have. And then they say, if it happens to you'll get a strike, and you get your 1 week suspension, then 2 strikes, 2 weeks suspension. And I thought,
they don't even specifically tell you what's wrong with the video. They just give a broad, general sort of statement of what's wrong with the video. They don't actually tell you what's wrong with it, so to give you a chance to put it right next time. So it's just bullshit, isn't it?
But when I look at what happened, they're obviously looking at my videos. It's not just an algorithm. Somebody's watching this, and here I'm saying the guy should hang, and I like to put a noose around his neck.
Oh, yeah.
So that actually is a threat. So I got to cut out on that shit. I just got to be
Yeah, I get that.
And I think I've had the videos removed because of that bullying and harassing. Anyone out there, take it easy on these horrid people.
Videos about glory holes are fine. They're good.
Oh, I've got one.
They'll allow them.
I've got one here about farts, so I wait to do that tomorrow.
Peekay, I'm going to go because I've got to go back to work, mate. So it's just a quick one today. So take care. Nice to meet you, Gumdrops. I'll see you again soon.
All right. Catch you, Mick. Biggie.
All the best. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Stay alert. Stay alert.
See you next week. I've seen what did Robert say goodbye because I missed that. I wasn't watching. Gumdrops. Did Robert say goodbye? Anyone in?
I didn't see that one, no.
All right, look, I want to make this short because we went too long last week. I don't want to sing any songs. Is there anything you want to fill us in on, Gumdrops, just to close up?
Say again?
Anything you want to say just to finish off?
Don't believe the lies.
Don't believe the lies.
No.
Short and sweet? No more?
That's all. I don't have anything to say. I'm watching your shows. Like I wrote in the comments on the YouTube, they keep my sanity early mornings.
Okay. You sent me some photos of masks.
Yeah.
2 different masks. Have you got them there, or you don't want to show?
Yeah, I got them right here.
I'll quickly show it and tell whatever with the story. Just quickly.
Well, the definition, according to the Dutch government, of a mask is it's supposed to cover mouth and nose and should not be irritated for the skin. They should be made of a textile. Now, that's where the thing comes. What is a textile? A textile is a woven material. So I got these made from a sieve. And these
Where's the hairy one? There it is. What's that?
sheep hair.
Sheep hair. Put it on.
Yep.
Put it on. Put
Go
it on.
fuck yourself. No way, man. Only if I have to.
Well, you have to.
Only if I have to. You know,
Everybody can put it on. Look at them all. Where you want it on? Where you want it on? Where you want it on?
Go away. No way.
I
wore one in Germany about 18 days ago, 19 days ago, in the supermarket because over there it's mandatory to wear the mask in the supermarket. They got me all kind of stares, but no one said anything.
Oh, Matt, I don't know if you know Mad Pieman. Do you know who Mad Pieman is?
No.
Well, he's got a beard that stretches about 10 times as long as that sheep hair. And because if he put that mask on, they wouldn't notice it.
Well, when you go to the German supermarkets, you can see the employees there, the cashiers or the people filling the stocks. You can see them wearing a certain kind of a mask. I also bought these. Just allow me 1 second to get these.
All right, guys, we're just going to finish up now. We've got to see what gumdrops used to be. Goody gumdrops, but it's not gumdrops. What do we got here?
These are the masks the German supermarket workers are supposed to wear. You place them on your chin like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got these strings around your ear, of course.
Okay.
And I have to tell you, it's really super against the virus. It works.
Really?
Yeah. If you only show this mask, the virus dies.
So when you take it off, you can actually see the virus all on the mask, and you just wipe it off.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you can even name the viri. You can name one John, Jennifer, and
right. Well, interesting. Maybe
it is such a crock of shit if people have to wear this. It's such a crock of shit. And they sell them by the boxes, huh?
Yeah, they're making a fortune, mask sellers. Everywhere you go, it's the first thing you see when you walk in the supermarkets. Mask boxes. Everywhere you go online, it comes up. Mask.
I got a phone.
I was just going to mention what Matt Palmer just says, like Greta can see carbon dioxide.
Yeah, well.
You can actually see the viruses flying around. Apparently.
This whole charade, I mean, really. The hardest part for me is to keep my sanity in a way that I can see and talk to people. The way it's going on now, I cannot.
I know how you feel. But people will come to you sometime and say, yeah, you were right. It's going to be a good feeling.
Well, we'll see.
I just want to end, sorry, guys, a story, a really feel-good story for me. I thought this guy was going to come on. If you don't know, there's a channel called Truth in Your Face. Guys in Melbourne will be aware. You might have met him at Younger Jackson's early on, a few years ago. His name's Roscoe. Check out his channel. He's a good man. Truth in Your Face. He actually became a patron this week. And I said, Roscoe, what are you doing? And this is his story. True to my word. His two parents are in the 80s. and they were looking to move into a nursing home. And Roscoe showed them my work on the Estia nursing home here, and they were absolutely flabbergasted, blown away. And I think he actually told me that they were believers of COVID. But after seeing my nursing home video, there's no way in the world are they going into a nursing home. Turn your bloody bike off. So, yeah, there's no way they're going to go into a nursing home. And I feel good about that. I feel absolutely fucking great about that. And he thanked me from the bottom of his heart for, showing his parents that, because he could not convince them. I think he was trying to convince them exactly not to go in, but they're convinced now, and hopefully I've made their lives a bit better by not going on that route. Because if there's anyone out there now, I've got elderly people, nursing homes are the last place you want to go. And I knew that 10 years ago when my dad spent 2 weeks there where he died, and honestly I just could not go inside that place. It was horrendous. Just the stench, the sight of people just laying there dying, covered up. And obviously my dad was, only 2 weeks to live. No way, no nursing home for me or anyone, when the time comes, just let me die in my own bed. Anyway, I just thought I'd leave that note. And sorry, Roscoe said he was going to come on, but maybe, don't know what he's doing, maybe another time. St. George, where you been? I mentioned the protest on the 13th. Go back and watch it again. If you don't know St. George, he's one of the boys that we used to meet at the pubs. It's been a long time since the pubs have been open. God knows when it's going to open, but as soon as they do, we'll be meeting again in that shithole called Melbourne. If you haven't seen it, guys, I made a video a few hours ago showing what it's like in the city now. By God, you got to see it. There's one poor guy on a scooter or whatever. There's about 20, 30 cops just fucking around him. And you want to see it. This is outside Parliament House. Not a single person. Every car going past is a cop car. I mean, God, I just cannot imagine what it's like there now. But I've said it all along. Police state, that's what it's about. So anyway, guys, thanks, Gumdrops. Thanks for coming on. I hope you enjoyed. Unless he's gone comatose, he's frozen. You there? I don't know. All right. All right, we'll finish it off there, guys. And Fred said goodbye a few minutes ago. He shouted because Ash couldn't make it tonight. Anyway, I'm sure she'll be here next week, and we'll get more numbers because there's quite a few people that come on just to see Ash. So, all right, guys. Like I said, the show from last week's back on if you want to see it. Hopefully they'll keep the chat on this one because I tend to see it next day. But 3 times already they've turned the chat off for some reason on these shows. They're just making it harder and harder. And I'm glad that you knew the show was on because there's no more notifications. Not apparently. Obviously. I'm going to make a short video soon. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to create another channel, Peekay Archive, where I'm going to try to put all my older stuff, if I find time. If I find time, because by God, I'm knocking up video after video, and it's not like it used to be because I'm doubling up and putting it all on archive.org, which is a pain in the ass as well. But I do want to put all my older stuff on Peekay Archive. God knows how long that'll last with all the, all the hoaxes and shootings and shit. They'll probably be removed within seconds, but I'll try. I'll put as much as I can, slowly, bit by bit. but I still do want to put all my previous coronavirus videos starting from March, April, May, when I lost my channel. There's probably 300-400 videos which aren't on my channel now, and hopefully I can whack them up. But archive.org is where everything is going to be eventually, and there's a lot more videos there that are on my channel right now. So spread the word. Archive.org, Peekay Truth. On that note, take care, everyone. We'll see you next week. And yes, vote no for the vaccine. It's not too late. They'll stop that survey soon. I'm sure you won't hear mainstream media talking about the figures there. You guarantee that's the last thing they're going to show, but keep an eye out on it and let me know if I miss out, because I'll keep an eye out tomorrow if it's still there. And anyone in Melbourne, please, September 13th, be there. It's our big opportunity to make some noise. It could be our last opportunity. All right. Good night, everyone.